Alright, first gameplay video of the 2026, and we are back with another gyro control gameplay. So in today's video, I'm going to visit Dead Space. This is the remake version, the 2023 remake version, instead of the original game. And I got this game recently from Steam sale, the EA sales. Now that I got a new PC, so I think that is very good idea to try a couple of games that came out in recent years, and Dead Space is one of them. As I say, the graphics has improved quite drastically compared to the original version. First gameplay video after a long time. Once again, I'm using the Vader 4 Pro controller with gyro aiming, of course. Now Dead Space, particularly the 2023 remake, kind of allows you to mix controller input and mouse input, but that's not what I'm using right now. I'm actually using the full keyboard and mouse mapping for my controller, and it's mapped through the Steam input. And the reason is that the keyboard and mouse has a bunch of extension function and input that I prefer to use on my Vader 4 Pro. As you already know, the Vader 4 Pro has rear paddles and CNCs, which take advantage of the extra bit input better than the basic Xbox gamepad implementation. Anyway, let's proceed. Oh, okay.
Anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
Oh dear. Oi. Okay. That was swift. And yeah, that's awesome. It's Santos gyro aiming, which is how I was able to quickly snap my shot. Imagine using analog stick aiming, like really gonna be extremely frustrating to play. But you probably noticed that I'm not using gyro ratcheting. Currently, I'm using analog stick in combination with gyro aiming. And there's actually a reason for that. But the main reason is that this is a horror game, and I think that using analog stick to turn around kinda adds to the horror elements, because you swap around, you like flick around too fast. It's kinda more of an action game. So having to turn around and then acquire your arm is really makes the game a little bit more intense. And the second reason is that our character Isaac is wearing like a armor. It's wearing like a body. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Quarantine lifted.
Okay. So because our character Isaac is like wearing like a power armor, like a suit that's with a bunch of extra tidbits attached to him. I think it makes more sense for him to struggle to turn around rather being able to quickly turn around. That's what I think. So that's the idea. So instead of using gyro ratcheting, I prefer to use in this game specifically. I prefer to use analog stick in combination with gyro aiming. Let's just go. By the way, another thing I want to remark about my control layout is that I use face buttons for equipment selection. You can see here. Yeah, so the Y button will select the primary gun, and the S button will select the pulse rifle, the secondary weapons. Can allow me to be able to move and still be able to switch equipment. And the action button is pretty much set to the back, so like running, sprinting, stomping is assigned to the back buttons, the pre paddle. Okay, so I have a little problem. But for whatever reason, my Vader 4 will constantly disconnect. For whatever reason, like, randomly just turn off, and I think it's because of the switch buttons on the back. That's straight. Now let me change between the different modes on the controller. So on the PC modes, like it become really loose, and occasionally button would cause the controller to turn off on its own. So this is one of the couple problems that I had with the connection and the power. By the way, I wonder if you noticed that I just got a new microphone along with a new PC. I didn't mention in the previous video, but I've also got a better microphone now. When I started doing voiceover for my channels, I picked up a really cheap microphone. It was like $5. It was serviceable, but it picked up a lot of background noise, and on top of that, it also had like a low humming, which was pretty annoying. And what I did was shoving the voice recording into Audacity, and then I added some sort of noise suppression, noise reductions, which kind of worked, but it caused my voice to sound a little bit less recognizable. And on top of that, it also caused a couple of things like the T dicts kind of remove those sounds as well. And as a result, my voice become much less recognizable and very hard to hear. I think some viewer pointed that out. So I dialed down with a noise reduction, but I was really happy with the old microphone. And because of that, I also bought a newer, better microphone that along with my new PC, which is the one I'm using right now. By the way, I also use NVIDIA NVIDIA noise reductions. And currently it's active. So whether or not my voice sounds better, I will leave that to you to judge. But anyway, I have been delayed too much. Oh, here we go again. It just... Come on. Ow. No, serious, my Vader 4 is really on this lag or something. I don't know. My apologies. So this is actually a problem with this controller. At one point, like, status fails. It was okay, it was doing pretty okay, but now power problem is becoming more and more annoying. Holy God. Okay, I have too much ammo. By the way, I hope you don't mind me yapping about random stuff. I know some people prefer non-commentary. And this is the reason why a lot of people subscribe to my channel. Because a lot of my videos were, a number of my videos were non-commentary. But there's actually a reason why I start doing voiceover. It's sort of a personal reason. But there was a reason. I don't know if feel like I should disclose. Maybe some other day. Yeah, let's see if I can unload some of my inventory because it's kind of full at the moment. Oh, I don't have credits for. I don't have any credits for better armor right now. Yeah, never mind. Okay, let's plant a bomb. Alright, time to run into the cover and fire in the hole. I gotta say that so far I'm enjoying the remake, specifically in the graphic department, because it does enhance the graphic a lot. Everything. You still have that horror elements, and it doesn't drastically change the way the games look, but it does improve the lightnings, darkness, and everything.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan. Medical is overwhelmed. We need help.
Oh, by the way, what you just saw right now is like an implementation of a dual state trigger on the Vader 4 Pro. So in clicking mode, basically it's like a gun triggers, but when I switch to analog mode, the trigger is more like a selection, sort of a workaround for keyboard and mouse mapping on game controller, because for a lot of reason, for whatever reason, like EA decided that if I want to proceed or select something, I have to press enter. Like I don't have room for enter on my game controller, so I have to do that workaround by implement a dual state function for the triggers. So short click is like shooting, and the analog trigger is basically.
Okay. Time for a real autopsy.
Oh. Okay, never mind. Holy crap! Slow down. My God. Yeah, it's still terrifying. Like those things just come rushing at you, still terrifying. And honestly, having played some of the Resident Evil, I kinda had that. Muscle memory to do like a dodging, like a back dash or evading, but this game doesn't have that. I was trying to press like a dash button, but yeah, that's why it's not Resident Evil.
Level 2 security clearance required.
In you go. Yeah, the plasma cutter is still the goat. Holy crap! The plasma cutter is still the GOAT. Whether the pulse rate is, to be honest, a bit lacking. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna walk around with like one of those spear things, cause they die instantly.
Fuck it. Got enough.
Okay. That was dumb. Okay, excuse me, I just
Mercer,
put the spear inside you.
you were in surgery, so I left you with work. He'll be
Okay, I think that the animation hasn't finished it, so it was like a,
and Captain Matthias will admit.
it was having like an immortal frame there when I just hit him with a,
More
spear.
violence. People are
What a
dying
waste.
down there. I know it might be our last hope.
I'm not a doctor, but I don't think that's how you do surgeons. Okay. Okay, never mind.
Level
Ew.
2 security clearance required.
And I'm totally not censoring that. Like, it's not like my channel is making money, so I'm not going to give a crap about demonetization.
Breach detected.
Damn, this is a mock. You know, if I'm on the spaceships and I'm working the mock and people just start dying and then their bodies keep showing into the mock, I would quit my job immediately. I mean, it's not like I could work on a mod to begin with, but definitely the mod is the last play I'm going to. Yeah, that's why New really knows how to introduce new monsters, new enemies. Yeah, no. Alright, no spawn anymore. Oh my god. Get out. Jesus. Still, the whole concept of a spaceship,
Isaac,
like
what's your
deep
status?
spaceships,
You have the captain's
that
grade.
that has to operate for so long that
Transmitting codes now.
that it's really had a whole
A flying
department
one turned the
for
captain's body into
the morgue.
another one of those things. The same must have happened to Chen.
God. Maybe
Yeah.
the command computer.
Okay, we're back into the main hub of this chapter. But anyway, I think I'm going to wrap up the video here. I think that's enough showcase. Also, I think that's enough for the first video of the year. Anyway, like I said, now that I got a new PC, I'm going to try more modern game, and also we'll bring more different games. Definitely going back to do more gyro control. I mean, aiming and gyro control in general, because last year I got a little bit carried away with the whole fly shimming contents. I know there's a lot of people didn't like. Not lots of people are not fond of watching fly shimming because most of the time they don't know what's going on, and the kind more like action game like this is more like digestible. With that said, I think it's time to wrap up this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again